I feel like I've been blowing just a little bit too much smoke up Nintendo's ass lately, you know? It may just be with so many other companies dropping the ball so hard, but I think it's time to talk a little bit of smack towards the big end. Well, kind of. Today, I'd like to readdress really, and discuss why Nintendo should seriously rethink their policies on gameplay videos, specifically here on YouTube, and why I think it's, important this happens soon with the Switch. You've probably heard various other YouTubers bitch about this, oh, I'd love to do Nintendo stuff, but Nintendo, they just won't let me. They claim all my videos. First, let's address the YouTubers, because I get this a lot from people that frequent my channel, asking me, how do I get away with using Nintendo footage when their favorite YouTuber says they simply can't? Well, for one, your favorite YouTuber, they're lazy and they suck if they say they can't use gameplay at all. Because you totally can. You just have to make the appropriate edits. Making a cut in the video every 30 seconds or so, and you're usually fine. You just can't have things go for a long stretch. So, to those other YouTubers, I'm sorry that your lazy ass can't just drop 20 minutes of raw gameplay onto your trash audio. Okay, so it's not impossible, but I'll agree. It can be annoying, and it totally negates certain types of video creators, like Let's Players, as they obviously can't abide by this with the type of videos they make. Now, I'm not a Let's Play guy. I'm not even really a fan of those types of videos, but I can understand that many are. And there are plenty of Let's Players that would probably jump at the chance to do Nintendo gameplay videos, if they could monetize them. And some might say, oh, but wait, there's the Nintendo Partnership Program thing. It sucks. I really don't want to go over that whole thing again on this channel, but yeah, quickly, things like them taking a huge chunk of your revenue and needing your videos to be approved before they go live. That's always been the big bugaboo for me. Sometimes it can take upwards of a week for people at Nintendo to approve your video to go live, and if you're familiar at all with the internet, every minute counts when it comes to being timely. It's just not worth it at all. And Nintendo's reasoning for this, it's like stuff like spoilers, or, oh, people aren't going to buy it if they can watch someone else just play it. I've seen some people say, like, if the YouTuber or video creator is being profane or obnoxious like that in the video, not kid-friendly, not PC, people could see that as those people are associated with the game. Makes no sense. I don't think anyone is that stupid. I call BS on all that, and especially some of these things with Nintendo, like the spoilers deal, or people won't buy it if they can watch someone else play it, right? If this was a Telltale or Quantic Dream type game, hyper story-focused titles, I could see this being the case. I've done that. I've said, screw it. There's not really much difference between me actually playing these games and watching someone else play it. But Nintendo games tend to be much more gameplay focused. In fact, they are some of the most gameplay focused games out there. Like, sorry, I'm not gonna watch someone play Mario Odyssey and go, well, I don't have to play this now. In fact, it's the opposite. I'm gonna be like, holy shit, I want to play this so bad. That's at least the way I see it. Oh, and there's also the, oh, they're protecting their IP idea. With people making fan games, that makes sense, and I have defended Nintendo's position there. But this is a massive stretch. Believe me, just simply, if the Call of Duty IP was in jeopardy because people are allowed to make gameplay videos and monetize them, believe me, Activision would not let it happen, I assure you. And yeah, as far as the benefits, you've heard the pitch before, I'm sure. It's free advertising for Nintendo. That's the way everyone else sees it. I mean, they're pretty much the last major holdout when it comes to letting people monetize gameplay of their games. And I agree, I feel like you're just leaving money on the table when you don't let these channels with millions of subscribers sometimes showcase your games. Even if I don't like a lot of this stuff myself, I see the draw. But it's not just about the advertising itself. to me, it's also about building communities. I think one of the biggest problems Nintendo is placing against itself is this is how a lot of people come together around these games now, specifically online games, which we know Nintendo is going to soon be trying to push their paid online service. Online with Nintendo can be a bit hit or miss. I'm still waiting for a Smash game, for instance, that performs well online. By letting people show off how fun this stuff is, yeah, you're advertising the game, but you're also pulling them into this community. The goal shouldn't be just to get people to buy a Switch, okay, buy some games or whatever. The goal should be getting more people to want to be a part of the Nintendo club, let's say. To want to follow these games and play them, not just at launch, post-launch. To be yammering on Twitter about how they can't wait for the next Splatoon update or whatever. By putting up such a major roadblock with video content, you're crippling yourself in these areas. And like it or not, this is what's hip with the kids. I know many of us more old school gamers want to be like, who really cares? How big of an impact does this stuff really make? The counter argument I always cite with this is the PewDiePie example with Skate 3. It's undeniable. What happened was, if you're unfamiliar, he does a Let's Play of this game, Skate 3. It was like 4 years old, I think the game was at that point. And he has a massive amount of subscribers, a massive community built around his channel. Viewers watched him play the game, and oh, shocker, they wanted to play themselves. And this drove up the demand for Skate 3 so much at retail that they began reprinting the game. You don't have to like the guy or similar YouTubers, but if you deny their influence, you're just kidding yourself, honestly. Now, the fanboy argument against this, I guess, could be, the system sells itself. Look how well it's doing, which is true. Of course, I can't deny. I'm not going to come up here and be like, oh, the Switch really needs all the help it can get. Obviously, I've talked at length about the success of the Switch, but there are always ways to grow. Sell even more, bring in more fans, which this stuff clearly does. And the actual arguments against letting people make gameplay videos of Nintendo games, they're weak at best. And once again, this is coming from someone who isn't really affected by this that much. I mean, all my videos are monetized. I cover Nintendo mainly, and I rarely have a problem, honestly, showing what I need. But yeah, especially with the multiplayer stuff. Mario Kart, Splatoon, the inevitable upcoming Smash. I don't see why you wouldn't want communities being built around sites like YouTube. It doesn't make sense to me. I hope I continue to hold out hope that one day soon, Nintendo will change their minds on these policies. Anyway, with that, this video's a wrap. Let me know your thoughts on Nintendo's archaic gameplay video policies in the comments. Do you disagree with me or do you agree with me on the impact, YouTube can have, not just on, the idea of like advertising, but just building communities in general around these games? Let me know your thoughts. As always, I'm John Zakari, and thanks for watching.